Hey, what's up? That is 100%, no questions asked, my jam. I can't even lie. I listen to it all the time. All right. So, what's up? We are going to talk a little bit about basically pitch slapping and throwing in discounts to get the sale. Mm, not sexy. And you know what? If you're a professional in sales, like you work in sales on a regular, you know exactly what I am talking about. I got to fix one thing on my screen. One second. One second. The tech is teching, baby. This is what happens when the tech is teching and you're in your studio by yourself and nobody else is here. You got to let the tech do what it do. All right. There we go. Now I can actually see. Now I can see y'all. I can see me. Hey, here we go. All right. So you knew that they were close. You knew they were going to close, right? And so you're like, all I need to do is just give them a little push. And so you gave them a little nudgy nudge. You gave them a little nudgy nudge, right? And that nudgy nudge came in the form of a discount. So my only question was, I know you gave the discount. You know you gave the discount. We already know what happened. So my question is, how big was it? Right? Seriously, 10, 20, 50, what'd you do? Which one? What'd you go with? Did you be like, no, but this is really good, so you went all in and gave the discount? And some people think, oh, well, giving a discount is a sales strategy, it's a marketing strategy. I see where you're going, but no, we're not going to go there, right? And I know some people think, well, this is really the only way for me to get the close, right? So, but here's the thing, giving a discount is equivalent to stealing from your client. And it tells your client, by the way, this is my favorite part, that your product isn't as valuable as you made it out to be. Let's say it one more time. Your product is not as valuable as you made it out to be. And what I really love is when you put a time frame on the discount, like you got to do this within this amount of time or the discount goes away because you're trying to increase that sense of urgency. And then they call you back after the time frame and you give them the discount anyway. So now they know that you're full of shit, your product's full of shit, and they can take a discount from you. I mean, come on. We got to stop with the discounting. We have to be smarter, especially because what we're doing is we're actually reducing the value of our product. So how do you stay competitive, especially in a marketplace where sometimes price is one of those things you're competing on and still increase conversions? So you want to increase conversions, you want to stay competitive, but you want to stay away from those discounts. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that tonight. What's up? My name is Donna St. Louis. I'm the co-founder of Fire Savvy. We are a business advisory company with a coaching and accountability kicker. What that means is we work with people who are in the professional service provider area, and we help them attract more high-ticket clients and enroll them faster using our sales and marketing framework. That's what we do. The coaching part is because for us, coaching is all education. The business advisory part is because we're all up in your business, helping your business grow, right? So this is definitely a lot of one-on-one, a lot. Like, hey, I'm gonna get to know you well. So there's a lot of one-on-one, but then there are times where there's something that you really need to learn, and then we go into the coaching area. All right, so first of all, let's start with sales. And this is my favorite example, right? What is sales? So I'm going to use my little gym body right here. So I want you to imagine, especially now that the New Year's is coming up, that everyone has that New Year's resolution of, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get fit and sexy and fine and all those things, right? And we make this promise to ourselves. And you know what? How many of us have made this promise to ourselves for 2, 3, or 5 years straight, right? But this time it's different. And so there's this salesperson out there, and this salesperson is like, you know what? You want to get in shape? I got you. And I'm going to help you stay committed. And this is how I'm going to help you stay committed. I am going to charge you $25 a month, right? However, if at any time during the month you're late or you miss, I'm going to charge you another $25. So if anytime you're late, you're going to get charged. So the most you're going to get charged per month is $50. $50. And this is your incentive to never be late, to never miss, to make sure you show up. If you're anything like me, I'm writing a check in January for $600 for the year to include all my late fees. So you don't mess with me. That's what I'm going to do. Why? Because the dollar amount was too low. And the person's like, I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to give you a discount. And, normally I would do this, but for you, I'm only going to charge you $25 and a 20. Not good. But now, conversely, try this. You want to get in shape, and I'm the person who's going to hold you accountable. That's going to be my job. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge you $25 a month. You're welcome. And every single time that you're late, I'm going to charge you $25. But when you're late the second time, I'm going to charge you $50. And when you're late the third time, I'm going to charge you $75. And every time you're late or you miss, I'm going to charge you. I'm going to just keep adding it up, adding it up, adding it up, adding it up. See, I'm committed to your success, but are you committed to your success? Because I guarantee you that if you are late, 5 times, 25, 50? Oh, that means you paid $75. 75, you paid 150. 100, you now paid 250. Plus the 25 you started with. You see what's happening there? You do not want that exponential increase over that month. You're not going to be late. So why would that work better than the other one? They're both the same, right? They're both giving $25. But one is saying, I'm going to charge you $25. I'm going to hook you up. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to charge you $25 if you're late that month. The other one is saying, I'm going to charge you $25 and exponentially charge you $25 every time you're late. One of those, you are never going to be late. One of those, you are showing up to, you got your sneakers on, you're 15 minutes early. You are bum rushing grandma as she's trying to get her laps in. You do not care. You are not going to miss. You're going to make it every time. Because the second one did not steal something way more important than a discount. See, I say a discount is equivalent to stealing. Here's why. The reason I say that a discount is equivalent to stealing is this. The person that you are selling to has made a commitment. They've made a commitment. And what they're finally doing is they're finally reaching in their pocket and they are committing financially. They're like, I'm going to do this time. And what you said was, all right, well, I'm going to give you a discount. You literally stole from their commitment. Sales is nothing more than allowing the person who's made a commitment to actually financially, time-based, and effort-wise stick to that commitment. And you are the person holding them accountable to that commitment. That's what sales really is. You want to get to that goal? I'm here to help you get to that goal. I want to know that you're just as serious as I am. Are you going to put in the time? Are you going to put in the effort? And you're going to put in the investment? Because if you're not putting in all three, then you're not really committed. And let's not waste my time and let's not waste your time bullshitting our ways through believing that this is a commitment. And that's for everything. Even if it's for a spa day. I can't tell you how many times I've said, I'm going to go, I'm going to make it a thing. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to do it. I swear I'm going to do it. I know I work too much. I'm going to go. It wasn't until I actually paid like $250, $500 for a spa thing. I was like, well, I'm not going to lose the $500. And the lady was very serious. This will expire. So you need to show up between X time and X time. And I had to use it within that month. Like, yeah, I had 30 days. And every excuse that I had in the world all of a sudden dissipated because I didn't want to lose the $500 that I spent on that spa day. She made it time blocked. And she made sure, and she called me. She called me and said, I just want you to know you got 10 days left. Because she was serious. She was holding me to my commitment. She didn't steal it from me. She didn't say, well, I understand you've been busy, so I'm going to give you another 30 days. She said, nah, you said that you needed to be committed to taking care of yourself. This is your birthday month. You need to be committed. You have 30 days. It's June 1st. You got until the 30th. I will call you and remind you on the 15th. And she did. And she called me again right around the 25th. And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get in there. There was really no excuse. The excuses went away. I had to get in there because she held me accountable to the commitment that I made. And I know a lot of people say, oh, but if I spent the money, here's the thing. Once the money is spent, a lot of times you forget about the commitment. You pay for the gym thing a year ahead of time. If it's not coming out of every single month, you're not thinking about it on day 262 that you paid for that. You forgot once you stop going after day 35, right? So sales is allowing the other person that you're working with to hold true to their commitment. You have to remember that. That is your job in sales. People always talk about sales as being something sleazy and gross and ew. It's not. Sales is actually and I know I'm going to say this word, people are going to be like, no, she didn't. Sales is very noble. You have a solution and you're allowing a person to commit to getting the results that they want. That's an amazing thing that you do, right? Especially with all the hate that salespeople get. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing it, you got to be able to sell. You can help people get to the goal. So you really got to understand that. All right. I'm not going to harp on sales anymore. Sorry, a little tangent. So we have our gym example. So how do you stay competitive? Don't discount. Number one, you don't want to discount. You really want to stop doing that, but you want to incentivize the behavior that drives your client to success. I'm going to say that one more time. You want to incentivize the behavior that drives your client to success. That's number one. You want to make sure that it leads to you want to make sure that you're leading them to a stronger relationship or a longer term relationship as well. So it's a way for marketing if you're using it right. You want it to cost little to deliver, right? You want to incentivize in a way that it doesn't cost you a lot to deliver, and you want to make it time sensitive. And I know a lot of people are going, well, what's the difference between a discount and incentive? Because these are the differences. A discount, people just give those. Here you go. You want a coupon? Here you go. Here's that coupon. Go for it. That's a discount. The customer has no behavior. They don't have to do anything to get it. They just get it. You just gave them 25% off. They didn't do anything. You gave them the money in order to get them to buy. No. This is actually going the opposite. It's saying, no, I don't want you to discount the money. I don't. I want you to incentivize behavior. So what behavior do you want? That's what we're going to look at. All right. So let's talk about incentivizing behavior. There's five ways that you can really incentivize behavior, right? 5. And there's more than 5, but these are the top 5 that I like to use. So the first one, if you really want to incentivize behavior, is added extra. Right? So you can have an added extra incentive. So for example, I'll use my gym example. This one I absolutely love. So instead of discounting the person or even punishing the person with a fee, you could do something like this. You could say, listen, for every 20 days you show up, on the 21st day, I'm going to allow you to come to my small group class. Now that's usually an upgrade, but I'm going to allow you to come to my small group class. Why is this such an amazing added extra? Because if this person is coming for 20 days and they're seeing the results, and then they get into this group where there are these other people getting amazing results, they're going to desire wanting this added extra on a regular basis, right? If people are in a small group, they can go, hey, for every 20 days you show up to small group consistently, I'm going to let you go to my private session, right? And you're going, oh, but that's going to cost me something. Listen, them coming to the small group is not costing you anything, right? It's just another body in there. But them going to the private, that could be costing you something, except it's amazing marketing, because now they just got a taste of something that they probably wouldn't have tried. And so they're like, maybe I want to do that, right? Maybe that is something I want to do. So now you're really, the whole time they're in there for that half an hour of private, you are coaching them on, you should do this on a more regular basis. We should make sure this is included, in your regular. Can you imagine doing this, at least once a week, what kind of results you would have, right? It becomes that added extra that people are looking forward to. So you're incentivizing the behavior you want. You come for 20 days, I'll give you this added extra on the 21st. Notice how we're not discounting any money. We're incentivizing behavior. Number 2. This is the paid in full extra. So for our clients, when they do paid in full on our programs, this one is so valuable because we'll do a VIP day with them as a paid in full extra. Right? We love it because it allows us to put the foundation of their business in place quickly. It allows us to do a deep dive in their business. So instead of doing call after call after call, which might take a month to get through all their stuff, we actually get to do it all in a day. Well, it's a benefit for them because they're like, oh my God, we're moving forward faster. It's a benefit for us because we really get a holistic view of their entire business in one day. We get all the documents filled out, and now we're all moving forward faster. Our clients are going to make money faster, and we're going to understand their business on a deeper level without piecemealing it. So a paid in full extra is an amazing extra, and people take advantage of it all the time, especially now that we have, we see more people taking advantage of our paid in full extra because we have, what do you call it? Flex buy, where people can actually get financing. So because we have financing, people can get financing and they go ahead and pay it in full, and they get the paid in full extra, which they really, really like. As well, our paid in full extra will take something from a higher end program and we'll put it in our paid in full extra. So that person is literally thinking, oh, I would like to have this on a regular basis. It's another way to upsell without upselling. The next one is bring a friend. Now, this one you have to be smart about, right? Because I'll see somebody do bring a friend at their own detriment. So you might say, you know, buy one, get one half off. That could, because you still need to cover the cost of that person showing up, right? So you can have bring a friend, and then you can have, you know, bring a friend at half off, something like that. But bringing a friend is awesome because, number one, a lot of people do like to go with someone else if they're going to a particular event. And number two, game recognizes game. So a lot of times you'll have a friend who's as well within that same area or that same group, and they might want to buy whatever your offer is. Sometimes we'll have bring a friend, and the friend is the person who does the upsell buy and not the person who we invited, right? Number 4, this is one of my favorites, and this takes a little creativity, and we do these quite a bit. So we have these exclusive perks that you can only get if you are in our highest level or if you take advantage of it when we offer it. So an exclusive perk might be something that we'll offer, like if we're incentivizing people to buy right then, we'll have this exclusive perk. Now, the exclusive perk is not something that they can buy online. So it might be, you know, you get 2 extra coaching sessions with us. You can't just go buy 2 coaching sessions. It could be some type of video library or document that we say, or something that we save out for other people. It could be something about going and looking deep into their pricing strategy. So it could be something that you cannot just go online, click and buy, that we will actually give as an exclusive perk for someone. Or we'll say, here's what we normally give our fireproof people, which are our highest level. You can choose an exclusive perk if you do this, right? And so an exclusive perk is one of those things. Again, it gives them a look into what it is to be fireproof, which is something that they might want to upgrade to. It gives them an opportunity to work with us a little closer in a one-on-one, and it incentivizes them to take action right now. So that's 4 of them. And then let me share number 5. So by the way, here's the thing that I want to talk about before I keep going. So you have your added extra, your paid in full, and your bring a friend, and your exclusive perks. These are actually easy because they are incentives. And notice how none of them are actually discounting your value. The reason we run discounts is because we don't know how to have a sales conversation. And discounts is what can make sales feel salesy, especially because now we're deep in the muck and mire of the money part. So it can feel really icky. And I get how that feels, especially when you're really trying this. I used to hate sales. I thought it was cringy, gross, pushy, ew. I thought it was all those things. What's crazy, because now I'm one of the top 5 sales coaches in the country, and I specialize in turning experts who are in the professional service providers area into these superstar sales pros, especially when they're having these one-on-one conversations or when they have to sell from stages or from master classes. So how do you do those conversions? So just imagine what a leap that is. I was a person who used to always want to do discounts because I'm like, just give them a discount. If they don't want to buy with their discount, then they don't want it. Like that was me, to now being the person who goes, don't discount, leverage incentives. Let's really make this happen. So that's a big leap to go from one to the other. That's why I'm like, I know what it feels like to have that icky ooh feeling. And the thing is, what I found was when I was running into this problem where I was discounting all the time, the reason it was such a problem was because I needed something simple. I needed someone to lay out like, oh, this is how I do this. I needed to be really straightforward, and I didn't want to be waterboarded with content. That's why you guys only see me ever put like a few things on my list, right? And I wanted to stop using discounts to eat away at my profit margin, right? Because that's what it was doing. And I didn't want to have the uncomfortable conversation of, talking to a client. Well, I heard that Lisa got a discount. Why didn't I get that discount? Well, how do I get it now? Or, or they're giving me the emoji eyeballs. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to have to deal with those conversations. So, now people go, oh, I got this because I signed up at this time and I already did this thing. I took this action. So they were like, oh, I got it. I got this incentive because my behavior was rewarded. Did you take that behavior? Oh, you didn't? Well, that's why you didn't get that incentive, right? So if you're struggling to find something that's easy to follow and streamline from a sales perspective, it's not your fault. If you're sitting here going, why didn't anybody ever just lay this out for me just like this? It's not your fault that they didn't. Because if you go and look at most sales programs, they waterboard you with entirely too much content. You're like trying to put together a 9-piece puzzle and they just threw a million pieces at you. And you're going, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what the puzzle looks like. This is bullshit. It happens all the time. And before you know it, you're deep in this program trying to dissect how to negotiate and discount Chilean jumping beans in Botswana during a monsoon. And you're like, what the hell am I doing? I really just want to enroll clients, right? So we want to make this easy as hell for you. So if you don't want to be waterboarded by too much sales knowledge, and you really want to start enrolling clients tomorrow, hell, if you want to start closing deals yesterday, then all you got to do is go right here to salessuperstar.net. And it's so funny. I kept saying superstarsales.net. So we actually got both of those URLs. It doesn't matter. So if you go to salessuperstar.net, if you go to salessuperstar.net, you'll be able to download the PDF, the framework that we actually use for sales. And I mean, it is a very simple 9-box system. You'll actually see it on there. One day I'll show you guys a 9-box system, but it's so easy. It's so effortless. It's really built for people who are sitting here going, Donna, I'm not a sales pro, but I do need to sell for my business. This is definitely for you. All right. So let's keep going. Let's talk about the last one. All right. So I was working with this woman the other day named Jenny. Now I'm going to call you, this last incentive is called the Ultimate ROI. And I'm going to tell you the story about the Ultimate ROI and how it works. Now, you got to know your shit. You got to know that you are going to be able to crush it and knock it out the park. So Jenny was really interested in getting in our program. And she was looking at our $50,000 program, which if she pays in full, or $5,000 a month. And the problem was that her husband and all she needed to do is go and have a conversation with him. She was ready to go. The problem was her husband had already gone and purchased a program that was $10,000. And she was just like, yeah. And I'm like, well, is that program going to deliver? And she goes, girl, you all are delivering $5,000 a month worth of the coaching. They're delivering $300 a month worth of coaching. What do you think the difference is? And I'm like, oh, there's going to be a difference. And then, of course, they didn't have the credentials or whatever, but her husband had already invested this money. So this is what I told her. I said, this is what we can do for you. If you do, and we came up with a payment plan that would work for her, where she would do like 10, 10, and 30. So we gave her a different kind of payment plan. And I said, what we'll do is we'll buy that debt from you. In other words, we're going to add 2 months, additional months to the end. So if our program is normally a 12-month program, at $5K a month, we actually are going to give her 14 months. And we're going to eat his 10K. And the reason this was so important is because what he purchased is something that we would have recommended purchase, not for that price, but that we would have recommended that purchase within the program. And it's something that she's going to need anyway. However, we need to be about 2 months ahead of his activity. So he had jumped the gun. So we needed her to start now so we could grab that. Now, why would we do this? Because not only do we have a guarantee, we have a guarantee that you're going to 2x your money back. So we know she's going to make her money back. And then we can give her these 2 months on the end. Right? So you put those 2 months on the end. So we're guaranteeing her ROI and we're going to give her the money that she's already invested. See, one of the things about our sales program is we always say that we are going to make all the money you ever spent. You're going to get a return on investment on that. That's a big deal to us. It's one of our main statements. And so these are some of the incentives that you can use. And again, this last one, that's a badass. Now you got to make sure you know what you're doing if you're going to offer that. Not everybody can. I'm not saying you're not great if you can't. I'm just saying that's not an incentive that I would recommend everybody give out. All right. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. I'm over here doing my tech. If you're like, what is she doing? Why is she moving around like that? I'm over here doing my tech, making sure my tech is teching. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you so much for joining me. And I definitely look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a fantastic day. And I know this says hello weekend and it's not the weekend yet, but I feel like we're close enough, right? I feel like we're right there. So I'm going to say goodbye. Talk to you later.